current shock situation, and it's really hard for me to get out of it. My mind is there.
From Israel respond to the outbreak of war back home as the crisis deepens.
Separation set. A new date is given for Malibu to have its own school district.
Imperative that we have a special meeting.
Plus, the follow-up on the possible conflict of interest dividing the Malibu City Council.
And building community one slice at a time. Meet the owner of the new pizzeria in town and his secret ingredients.
News at 5 starts now.
Malibu's only live newscast. This is Newswaves 32, live.
Our local community reacts as the war in Israel rages on. Good evening, I'm Joe Allgood.
And I'm Carolyn Kimball. Welcome to Newswaves. President Biden delivered his first official remarks on the conflict today, confirming Americans are among the hostages held by Hamas. Reporter Abby Wilt joins us live from the Chabad Jewish Center in Malibu, where the community is gathering in support. Abby?
Thanks, Carolyn. Yeah, I'm here in front of the Shabbat in Malibu, where in about 30 minutes, the Jewish community here is hosting a gathering of unity, support, and prayer. And they're holding this space in order for the Jewish community to come together and stand shoulder to shoulder in support of the victims of Israel. A war following a brutal attack on Israel leaves students from Israel studying in the U.S. stunned.
Current shock situation, and it's really hard for me to get out of it. My mind is there.
Hamas, a Palestinian militant group occupying Gaza, launched a coordinated attack on Israel Saturday morning, so far killing at least 900 people, including 14 Americans.
This is a very, very dire and complicated situation.
And now, President Biden confirms Hamas terrorists are holding Israelis and Americans hostage.
It's very cruel of them to kidnap people and hurt them.
Here in Malibu and all over the world, Jewish people are in a state of grief and fear.
Very upsetting and a very hard, difficult time.
Especially those directly affected.
Thanks God, all of them are okay and they're safe.
Nada is from Israel and is studying at Pepperdine's Caruso School of Law. She has family spread out throughout the small country.
Cannot imagine how they feel if they're hostage in Gaza and they cannot run away because they will be murdered.
And can't go a minute without thinking about them.
It's really stressful.
Experts explain the complexity of the war.
Israel's conflicts are always complex,
prompting questions this time about whether Hamas acted alone.
Iran is the mastermind of this.
Leaving few options.
Is going to have to go into Gaza and has no choice, literally, but to annihilate Hamas.
Back here at home, the Malibu City leaders
I'd like to ask that we adjourn in support of the people in Israel.
And everyone is thinking of the people caught in the war in Palestine and Israel. And I'm here now with Sol, who is originally from Israel, who now lives in London and is visiting Malibu for the weekend. This is obviously a very tragic weekend for you to be away from home, especially. What's kind of going on in your head right now?
I cannot really think about anything but the horrific events that took the life of more than 1,000 Israelis, fellow countrymen, on last Saturday. It is really difficult for me, if not impossible, to comprehend the magnitude of this atrocity. Equally, I'm very furious that the Israeli army was not capable, due to all kinds of reasons, to stop Hamas and other terrorists entering Gaza, breaching the sophisticated fence and killing at will. I keep thinking all the time about 260 young women and men who were cruelly murdered during that peace festival. How absurd it sounds, a peace festival 2 kilometers away from the border with Gaza, and they have been butchered without anybody to defend them. So ask me how I feel at the moment. I feel numb. I cannot really believe that such a thing could happen. In Israel, we are used to the killing of a handful of people from time to time. We are accustomed even to waves of suicide bombings in which a few dozen of people were killed. But we are talking now about 1,000, if not more, casualties who were murdered on one single day. It's excruciatingly painful.
Yeah, it is for sure, and I'm really sorry about everything you're going through. Is there anything that you think the United States can do to help Israel right now?
I think America is doing quite enough for Israel. The speech that President Biden delivered today was robust and strong. This is something that I would expect from a superpower like America. Israel does not need military equipment. It does not need military aid. It needs moral and political support. The nations of the democratic world should be mobilized in order to understand that in the face of international terrorism, there are no boundaries. It is Israel today and other countries tomorrow. The Americans have experienced that on 9/11. And we keep saying all the time what happened last Saturday is 3 times 9/11 given the size of the Israeli population. So the Americans are really behind the Israelis, and everybody is extremely grateful for that.
Well, again, we're really, really sorry for everything you're going through, and thank you so much for being here with me today, and I wish you a safe trip home.
Thank you for having me on this junction.
And we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Abby, for that report. Our thoughts go out to all those affected by the conflict. A special closed-door city council meeting will be held by Thursday to discuss a complaint filed about the composition of Malibu's Planning Commission.
I believe that it is imperative that we have a special meeting. I was going to actually make an emergency motion that we do something tonight, but since we have time to have a special meeting this week.
Argument.
Bruce Silverstein called for the meeting last night to discuss the city's response to the FPPC letter. The commissioners in question for possible conflicts of interest due to their work were appointed by Paul Grisanti and Marianne Riggins. Silverstein wanted those council members to recuse themselves from the meetings. But Riggins says for now it is just inquiry and she wants to keep it in perspective.
I want to wait and see and hear what the commission has to say. I think
other members of the council want to find out who the attorney who filed the complaint is representing in the city.
With the expiration date for hybrid city meetings nearing and Zoom bombing on the rise, city leaders have to figure out how to move forward. The state law allowing for teleconference meetings since COVID expires on January 1st for Malibu. With a recent increase in outside people calling into meetings with hateful comments, last night, council members debated limiting virtual attendance of meetings to only certain people, possibly based on residency. Other cities have fully suspended virtual call-in options in response to Zoom bombing. The council is asking city staff to research options for how to best proceed.
And a big piece of the school district separation, the money, is almost finalized. Newswaves reporter Sahana Patel is live with a new update on when the split could actually happen. Sahana?
Yes, Joe, it's been a while since we've heard an update on the school district separation. That update came last night with new details about the cost for Malibu and when the split might actually happen.
Promising progress in the long fight for Malibu to have its own school district separate from Santa Monica.
And probably for the first time, the parties are very much committed to separation.
Since last fall, the city and Santa Monica Malibu Unified School District have been working on a term sheet agreement which provides a framework for the separation to occur.
But I will tell you, we've been able to develop and reach an agreement on a formula that puts into numbers the words in the term sheet, which is a really big deal.
The major sticking point has been how much money Malibu will owe the Santa Monica School District for the split. Monday night, Deputy City Attorney Christine Wood said progress has been made on the heaviest piece, the revenue agreement. And while Malibu will pay a significant yearly contribution, it's not as much as originally thought.
The original agreements provided for an indefinite permanent redistribution of property taxes from Malibu. That is no longer the situation.
And while the split won't happen by next fall as anticipated, Wood gave a new date Monday night.
But the district and the city are currently still working together in an effort to accomplish separation by now fall 2026.
Ultimately, Wood encouraged patience so that the split is done right.
Neither of the two school districts are worse off after separation.
Malibu High special education teacher Billy Thomas agrees with this focus.
That would be something I'd be concerned about, is leaving some of the students out if they split.
Wood said the two entities still have to work through two other parts of the term sheet agreement, including an operation agreement, which will determine what services the new Malibu district will need to contract from Santa Monica for a period of time. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you for that update, Sahana. The city manager is promising a full-on report on the Kourtney Kardashian promotional party by the end of the week. The poolside influencer party was held on Via Linda Street in September on the 23rd. The city has determined that no favoritism or deals were made in approving the last-minute permit for the event. However, the city manager says the negative impact on neighbors is enough to warrant a 6-month restriction on the property.
We now know the victim of a deadly accident that shut down Malibu Canyon Road. 25-year-old Luis Gonzalez was killed in the accident that closed the main portion of the canyon for 12 hours yesterday. The Lost Hills Sheriff's Department said Gonzalez was driving northbound at a high rate of speed early Monday morning when he lost control and hit a power pole. The car went over the side of the canyon and Gonzalez was ejected.
And clearing a safer path for drivers near Zuma Beach. Mary is live at the Bush Street underpass with an update. Mary?
Thanks, Joe. After derailing the Malibu Triathlon, the city's Public Works Department said Caltrans is now set to start clearing the dirt and gravel you can see behind me that accumulated under the beach access loop from creek flooding from more than half a year ago. As residents know, the Bush Drive underpass is the safest way for drivers to get to the main Zuma Beach entrance. With it closed since March due to debris from creek flooding, northbound drivers have to make a dangerous left turn from a stop sign to get to the westward Beach Road and Zuma. But it was announced at last week's public safety meeting that the clearing is set to begin soon. Commissioner Brian Merrick encouraged LA County Beaches and Harbor, who oversee the property, to get it right and not only clear one section at a time, which leaves the underpass susceptible to more flooding. Additionally, Commissioner Chris Frost said in the Public Safety Commission meeting last week that there were never any goby fish in the creek and that there are currently none there. The presence of these fish almost canceled the Malibu Triathlon, but Frost noted the only way for there to be goby fish in the creek is if the city introduced them into the waters. Now, I made a call and spoke earlier with LA County Beaches and Harbors, and although they were not able to give me a specific date to when the clearance work will start, they did note that it will begin soon. Back to you guys in the studio.
The Calabasas City Council is expected to approve putting money towards getting the community center back up to standards and open. The Calabasas Community Center has been closed for nearly 4 years, but with structural improvements, could open its doors again early next year. The Calabasas City Council will vote tomorrow night on the budget for improvements that include replacing 20-year-old flooring, light fixtures, roofing, and furniture.
And outdoor warning, why the City Council said no to sirens in Malibu, and the new direction that they plan to go.
Plus, an inside look into the new pizzeria fitting right into Malibu, why the community is loving them and their plans for the future.
And hear from the Pepperdine student who says this half-court shot changed his life. Up next.
You can say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book can be the first element, helps to change a life. Book people unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back. Calling them worthless and a visual issue, the City Council turned down a proposal to install permanent 30 to 50 foot high outdoor warning sirens across the city. Arguing that the sirens can't be heard inside, the council unanimously voted instead to get indoor radios for homes and stores in Malibu. Eventually, with a full system up and running, the radios will broadcast alerts like National Weather Service and early earthquake warnings. The project will likely be covered by a Woolsey Fire FEMA grant.
Rattlesnake season continues through the end of this month. Because of this, it is important for pet owners to stay on the trail and keep their dogs on a leash while exploring. Local hikers recommend that you can safely enjoy your hike by sticking together and always being alert.
We keep our eyes peeled and our ears open, and I hike with a scientist, so she knows what to look out for.
Most rattlesnake encounters are avoidable. However, in the case of a pet bite, it should always be treated as an emergency. The local Malibu Coast Veterinary Hospital sees frequent bite cases during the season and follows a strict patient protocol.
We try to locate the bite so that we can monitor any swelling that might be going on. If mom or dad can point out where that is, that's even better for us. Oh, it's on his foot. Great, we're looking at the foot.
Aside from immediate post-bite treatment, they also encourage rattlesnake vaccines, which give dogs more time and a better prognosis. Rattlesnake season may be coming to an end, but their population is expected to increase this year following the heavy rains. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I do not want to see any rattlesnakes at any time. So.
In my 3 years, I've never seen a rattlesnake. I have seen a lot of tarantulas here, though.
Yeah, so have I. That's also equally scary, I think. But yeah, maybe it's the warm weather bringing out. What do you think, Emma?
I have a lot more on the temperatures, but there's something very special coming this weekend. So I'll get to that forecast in a minute, but first, you don't want to miss a rare solar eclipse this weekend. This eclipse is called the Ring of Fire and won't be seen for another 23 years. In the Ring of Fire, the moon will cover the sun, which creates a circle of light with a dark hole in the middle. There will be a viewing party Saturday in the Woodland Hills Camera and Telescopes parking lot from 9 a.m. to noon. They will have certified solar eclipse glasses, so get a safe view of the eclipse. If you are unable to attend the party or you can't secure the safety glasses, there will be a live stream on NASA's website. The heat wave has passed and the fall temperatures are finally here, thanks to the cloudy and foggy weather. When the clouds part, you can still feel some heat today in Malibu. The high is 71 degrees, and today's low is 62 degrees. These cool morning temperatures have been holding on longer, lasting into the early afternoon. This weather will stay consistent throughout the week. Today, there's a very high humidity of 62%. Also, today the wind is consistently at 7 miles per hour. The whole region is seeing a significant drop in temperatures. In Santa Monica, there is a partly cloudy high of 72 degrees with a low of 62. As we move inland, the temperatures stay cool, with Calabasas' high at 74 and a large drop-off to 57. Agora Hills is experiencing slightly warmer weather with a high of 78 degrees and a chilly low of 56. Thousand Oaks is seeing the same temperatures with a high of 78 and a low of 56. The increase of humidity combined with the decrease of temperature allows for Malibu's fire threat to remain low. You might have to brave the cold and if you want to hit the waves, but the surf is looking great. The wave height is moderate, ranging in that 2 to 3 foot range. Tomorrow, the waves will stay the same in that 2 to 3 foot range. Here, we'll take a look ahead to see consistent cool weather. Tomorrow, we will have a high of 70 degrees and a low of 60. Thursday, we'll have a high of 73, and then a dip into the 50s with a low of 59. Friday, the heat will stay consistent with a high of 71 degrees and a low of 58. Saturday, we'll have a partly cloudy high of 72 degrees and a low of 61.
Is full of places and people to get to know.
Gabrielle is here with us to give us an inside look with Keeping It Local. Gabrielle?
Thank you, Carolyn. In this news segment, Keeping It Local, I will be covering stories about Malibu businesses and people who run them and people who love them. Prince Street Pizza opened less than a month ago and is already providing a recipe for community and good food. Prince Street Pizza is winning over Malibu one slice at a time. The pizzeria celebrated the grand opening
Richard, your order is ready. Richard.
In mid-September.
I want to say September 15th was our first opening day. Yeah, it's been a marvelous ride.
Alongside Er's Burgers and Sparky's Sports Bar.
It's a big happy family.
Prince Street has quickly gained popularity in the Malibu community.
It is so nice to have somewhere else to eat in Malibu besides the usual spots and something that you can just grab quickly and within a decent price range.
Made fresh in Malibu, owner Lawrence Longo says the sauce gives Prince Street authentic New York pizza taste. Customers agree.
I don't know if they fly in the dough, but it actually tasted like they flied in the dough or something like it. Real New York style pizza.
Longo hopes to partner with the Boys and Girls Club of Malibu in the near future to have certain ingredients sourced fresh in Malibu.
They are going to supply an ingredient for one of our pizzas that we create.
Prince Street has 15 different pizzas on their menu, but the one gaining the most popularity,
the Naughty Pie.
The Naughty Pie.
The Naughty Pie is made with fresh mozzarella, pepperoni, honey, and a spicy vodka sauce. Longo and the entire Prince Street Pizza team are excited to be part of the Malibu community.
We're so happy to be here.
Wow.
Starting today, Prince Street is offering buy one slice, get one free every Tuesday after 8 p.m. for all Pepperdine students, faculty, and staff. So I actually tried the Naughty Pie yesterday, and I have to say it's probably the best pizza I've ever had. So what do you say, Joe and Carolyn? Should we take up the buy one, get one free offer?
I'm game. I mean, as a Chicagoan myself, I've been missing pizza all the time out here in California. I know it's New York, but I won't hold that against him.
And it is almost dinner time. Might as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that update, Ken. And another affordable food option in Malibu is called out by fans. The social media claims about Chipotle.
Plus, the Maroon 5 drummer's journey through pain and addiction, the story that led him here to Pepperdine's campus.
Can you consent with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book can be the first thing that helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1,000,000. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back. Nora is here with some local, close-to-home entertainment news.
Yes, thank you, Carolyn. From the Grammys to GSEP, founding drummer of Maroon 5 and Pepperdine grad school alum Ryan Dusick tells his story about becoming famous, losing it all, and finding recovery. A master of music, and the mind. Founding drummer of Maroon 5, Ryan Dusick, fell in love with music as a teenager.
And that was my total purpose, passion, escape, freedom, spiritual connection, everything.
Dusick founded the band with his friends Adam Levine, Jesse Carmichael, and Michael Madden in the halls of Brentwood High School in 1994. Starting with gigs at small venues to selling out stadiums, the four musically talented teenagers worked their way to the top.
And we did eventually get to the mountaintop, which was worldwide success and millions of albums sold. And
the band changed their name from Kara's Flowers to Maroon 5 in 2001, and their hit album, Songs About Jane, followed soon after. A record deal, world tour, and Grammy Awards. Everything an artist could dream of.
Really, my life looked like what most people would dream of, but I was breaking down.
Dusick became unable to play the drums after suffering major shoulder injuries and noticed the beginnings of an addiction.
It was overwhelming. I'm feeling so low and then externally putting on this mask of just like a rock star.
The physical and mental toll of touring ultimately led to him leaving the band in 2006.
It was the hardest time in my life. It was the hardest thing I've ever gone through. And
leaving the band and music altogether was a devastating loss.
I was grieving the loss, not just of that career, but the loss of my identity.
While getting clean, Dusick focused on improving his mental health and found new purpose in helping others.
So when I was done with all of my sort of rehab stuff, I started volunteering at a recovery center as a way to be of service because I had realized that that was a really meaningful thing for me.
Here, he found his passion for psychology. He applied to Pepperdine Graduate School of Education and Psychology and graduated in 2021. Dusick now works as a marriage and family therapist in Agora Hills, and just last year, he released his memoir.
Realizing this is a passion for me, I have a story to tell, and now it has a happy ending. And I want to tell my story because I think it could help some people that could see themselves in my struggles.
What an amazing story about fame and mental health. You can purchase Ryan's memoir on Amazon, Target, and at Barnes & Noble. On this spooky Friday the 13th, Cine Malibu is hosting an outdoor movie screening of The Addams Family. The screening will take place at Bluffs Park, and the movie starts at sundown. Pre-movie activities, including giveaways, games, and food trucks, will start at the lawn at 5 p.m. Make sure to bring chairs and blankets.
Well, thank you for all that, Nora. That is an incredible story about Ryan.
Yeah.
And kind of surprising he's not a music teacher or studying to be.
I know he still does the drums, but he's a therapist and he's a really great guy.
Yeah. I wonder if musical therapy is a part of that too.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah, interesting. Well, thank you so much.
Of course.
Big buckets and big bucks, the half-court shot that changed a student's life.
Plus, the peak of the 2023 WSL Longboards Tour. The results coming out of Malibu.
If you could sit with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book could be the first thing helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1,000,000. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back. From the WSL longboard competition to a special half-court shot at Pepperdine University. Jenna's here with an update in sports. Jenna, what have we seen this week?
Thanks, Joe. Surf's Up. The original Sprout Malibu Longboard Championships took place yesterday.
Man, I've been doing this for so long, and all I can say is finally.
Kai Salas won his first career title at the age of 42. Salas said after trying for 20 years, it's a dream come true to add his name to the list of Hawaiian world champions. On the women's side, Soleil Erico rose from the #2 rank to the podium, claiming 2 consecutive world titles. Now, she's one of 7 people to win 3 WSL longboard titles. Both champions were awarded $15,000 for their victory. And an expensive shot was thrown from half court at Blue and Orange Madness on Friday, where Pepperdine's basketball teams begin to build the hype for their season that begins next month.
Students, parents, and fans gathered in Firestone Fieldhouse to watch the school's basketball teams compete in a 3-on-3 game, a dunk contest, and most importantly, a highly anticipated half-court shot challenge. Leading up to the event, 1 student and 1 parent were selected to attempt a shot from half court that would give them $25,000 towards tuition if the shot was made. Sophomore forward Jalen Petrie says this shot is not an easy one.
I've attempted that shot a couple times. I'd probably say like 30 times the past couple weeks, and I probably made it like twice.
Sophomore Johan Luna was selected for this challenging shot.
I was kind of like walking in with my hopes a little low because I don't shoot half-court shots often or at all. So I was kind of coming in with low expectations. I had a feeling I was going to win, but...
Luna missed the shot and hit the backboard and thought his chances at the tuition were over until Pepperdine president Jim Gash stepped up.
And then when I missed, I was like, okay, that's regular. I wasn't that bummed out, but then when they told me someone was going to shoot for me, I was like, this might happen right now.
Gash said he practiced the shot over 20 times and got to the event an hour and a half early to practice, but made none of them. President Gash was surrounded by the team, students, and most importantly, Luna, in a celebration of this remarkable shot.
So it's a big deal that I got it, especially to my parents. We've been talking about it, like, why am I coming here, for what reason? And it's like, now that I've won this, it's like, I could stay, for sure.
Wow. That is incredible. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe it that he actually made it.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Jim Gash should try out for the basketball team. Maybe he'd become an NBA prospect.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And when March rolls around, maybe we'll need him for Madness, but we'll see. Well, thank you, Jenna, for that update. And let's talk about baseball. The Major League Baseball postseason is here and partnering with Taco Bell for some major fan rewards. Taco Bell is partnering with Major League Baseball to bring back their Steal a Base, Steal a Taco promotion. Starting October 27th, the first player to steal a base in the World Series will be crowned as the nation's taco hero. Thanks to that player, all Taco Bell Rewards members will be eligible for a free Doritos Locos taco. Members will have up to 10 days after their first stolen base to claim their taco.
Mexican food may be in, but Chipotle is so out, according to critical internet users. TikToker Jane Amapola, a self-declared former fan of the franchise, went viral for calling out Chipotle's declining quality. Amapola says she does not go to Chipotle anymore due to diminishing cleanliness and increased prices. Many internet users agreed with Amapola, adding that their food quality has gone downhill, but with the recent criticisms is unlikely to hurt Chipotle, which stands as the 9th largest restaurant chain in the U.S. I don't know, Joe, if it comes down to Chipotle or Prince Street Pizza, I think Gabrielle has me sold. I gotta try that naughty pizza.
Oh yeah, definitely. I will maybe be going there right after this.
Me too. I think our whole team should go.
Yeah.
Well, that will do it for us this evening. Newswaves will be off next week for our fall break here at Pepperdine.
We'll be back on the 24th. Have a great night.
You can say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book can be the first thing that helps to change a life. Book people unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1,000,000. For free tips to help you save, go to feedthepools.